Hi, living in Boulder vlog for January 15th, 2020, Wednesday. It's 8:22 a.m. I don't see myself, but I know it's recording. Yeah, so I was working. I'm still working. I was working all night long. I'm kind of nocturnalized. I was working all night long on Baz of Constantine, and I think I finished the Baz of Constantine. I didn't totally go over the organization of it because I decided I would organize everything in Region 6. And then that's when I found all the buildings that I actually never finished. So I'm working on those, putting simpler buildings, just putting the images on the floor, and then leveling the pillars and putting the roofs on. So yeah, maybe I could finish that today. I'm gonna work until I get tired. I love my life. It's the best kind of life. People should try to live the way that I live, which is you just work until you get tired, and then that's when you go to sleep. It's so nice to go to sleep when you're actually tired, and you just don't pay attention to what time of day it is. I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm gonna utilize that technique in the beginning for my bicycling. I'm gonna take everything that I learned from working on my website and just apply it to the bike racing exactly. So that's like where you don't pay attention to what time of day it is. I got this really nice light, bike light, and even an extra battery. I got the badass setup, so I can actually go outside. And I have the bike radar to help for safety at night, and you can get the nice lights on there. So yeah, I'm gonna try that. Just be like, just ride until you get tired of it and get up and ride, and just not pay attention. So, but yeah, but I think I can go another, like, I don't know, couple hours or whatever. I don't feel tired yet. But yeah, let's talk about the design of the Baz of Constantine. I think the Baz of Constantine lasted like 200 years. Constantine was the emperor of Rome. He was the one who made it Christian. And so that was like in the year 3. I'm like too high. I can't remember stuff. I really need to sober my brain back. 325 or something. And then it went until 535, 536 when they destroyed the aqueducts, the Goths. So, it had like a good 200 plus year lifespan. So that's pretty good for a building, for baths. But it's a big bath, and it's the lesser known because nothing of it exists anymore. And so I really liked the design, so I took my time on it. And it had things on it that I didn't do on the others. And I guess I could, and I will on Diocletian, but I didn't on the other ones, Trajan and Caracalla. And that it has the the round rooms, and I saw that the round rooms for the baths, the tepidarium, and then you have the one for the caldarium, where the tepidarium on the sides were the same size as the ones on the baths of Diocletian, and I know that because it still exists. The one in the middle and the one on the side still exist, and you can actually see the oculus, the hole on the top in both of them that still exists. So I measured the oculus on the north side, on this one on the side, and it was 4 meters, which is exactly half of the Pantheon, which is 8 meters. So I made my calidarium for the Baz of Constantine the same as the Pantheon, even because the dome was kind of roughly similar. I think Pantheon is like 45 meters across diameter, and this one was like 37. But so I think I did the same size, or maybe it was a little bit less. But yeah, I think it's the same size. And then it was exactly half for the smaller ones, which was the same as at Baz of Diocletian. And I made 6 of those, and I even built fountains in 4 of them. For the first time, I built a fountain. I think it looks good, with the because you're kind of more limited with the polygon tool, but it looks good for me. made the I made the circle, and then it was because it made out of the line tool, and so then I made it 3D and then turned it into bright water, and then had to only show the outline, which makes it look like water falling down. But and then I put stands, like benches, on one level up, and I drew in a like a walkway around the edge so that there's a double layer and you can walk around it, which is more detail than anybody else would make it. But I'm thinking, that if it's any building that's intricate and has lots of passageways and levels on it, it's those baths. They were the ones that were built for all the people. So I built as much as I can. So I think, yeah, I'm pretty much done. It took me forever because it was built on a slope, so I had to build today. It took me forever to build the the base around it, the border around the baths, because they couldn't, because if I made them a minimum of 1 meter, they still poked up really high. And so I had to build the wall around them to make it realistic, so you don't look through the water. Anyway, but yeah, I was happy with it in the end, and started working on these other buildings because I started working on the baths of Diocletian, but I noticed that these other buildings weren't done. I thought they were, but they weren't. So yeah, start working on them. Yeah, and I haven't really been listening to anything. I only listened to anything yesterday. Just music and then silence. My brain is like switched off. I'm distracted, I guess. I'm supposed to get my bike today. I got like a super, like the nicest bike. Specialized Shiv S Works disc brake time trial bike with red and yellow. So yeah, I hope that it works on my roller here. They do have rollers that are attached directly to Zwift, because I want to do Zwift, but I work Zwift just fine with my watt pedals. So, so yeah, because once I get that bike, that means I start riding all the time, and I'm gonna stop smoking weed, because if I went like above and beyond, price no object, go for as fast as you can with the bike, then I might as well do that with my body too, so. So yeah, but I did buy weed the other day, and I have some weed now, because my roommate wanted me to get weed, so that's how much I have left, so that'll last me the rest of the day, don't you think? And maybe it won't be ready today, but at least it should be by tomorrow. They said it'll be ready today, so. Yeah, so my brain, I think it's definitely time for me to start finally riding my bike, because my reading switched up. I can't really learn anymore that much, and yeah, it's an exercise and get back in shape. My physically, yeah, all that. And I think I'm far enough on the website. I know exactly what I want the baths of Diocletian to look like, so. It won't be stressful for me to just go and work. I remember last year, like at the beginning of the year, I rode my bike 100 miles a day for 3 weeks, and I stopped because I got bored. So I'm going to try that this week. I'm going to try to ride my bike 100 miles a day for months. So that's 100 miles. So that's 3,000 miles in 30 days. So the distance across America in one moon cycle, doing 100 miles a day. And then so that'll get my weight down and all that, and fitness, and then I'll see if I can run. Last time I tried to run once last summer, and I couldn't do it. It was crazy. I had to call my mom to pick me up because I could only start walking. Went to the top of Sanitas and then barely made it a couple blocks after that. Anyways, that's enough talking. So I'm happy that I'm done with Baths of Constantine like I thought I was going to be, and working on the other buildings. And so maybe by the time tomorrow when I'm doing the video, I'll be working on the Baths of Constantine finally. Okay, talk to you tomorrow.